Hi, I'm Peter Smith, editor of Spend Matters UK and Europe, and today I want to talk about a new research paper that I've co-authored, and it's called A Seat at the Top Table. And in it we look at how procurement people can prepare and position themselves to work successfully at board level. I've co-written the paper with Ed Cross, who leads the procurement outsourcing division at Exchanging, who are a major outsourcing firm. And it was really good working with Ed because he sits on the Exchanging executive board, so he has direct experience of being a procurement person who's progressed through a number of organisations and has ended up at board level. My personal experience as a procurement director with 3 large organisations some years ago was working just below board level, so I generally reported to the finance director. But in the last few years I've been a non-executive director for 3 fairly major organisations, 2 in the public sector and 1 in the private sector. So I've seen the requirements that people need to fulfil in working at board level from a different angle to Ed. So as I say, I think our experience is quite complementary, and that's hopefully added to what people can get out of the paper. So in the paper we start by looking at the role of the board member. And really we think there are 3 separate but linked roles. And then we go in to demonstrate how people can actually prepare themselves and show that they're ready for promotion to that senior level. And that really comes back to those 3 separate roles. The first role is to represent your function or your business or your geography at board level. The second is about playing a more general role in terms of the strategy and performance of the organisation. And the third role is around governance, particularly in a non-exec role, but even as an executive director you have governance responsibilities as well. So there are a number of things that procurement people need to do to show that they're ready to work at that level. There's obviously something around pure performance. You have to show you are actually performing in your role generally. But then you need to show these broader business skills as well, to show that you're not just a procurement person or an HR person or whatever. And then the personal characteristics come into it also. Ed made a very good point actually, which we've reflected in the paper. A lot of working at board level is about getting a balance. So you may be representing your function, or sticking up for your business unit or whatever, but if you do too much of that, and you're seen as someone who can't act as part of a team and doesn't see the bigger picture, you won't be successful. So there's a tricky balance there, we think, in working effectively at the board level. Anyway, we're seeing gradually more procurement people reaching the top levels of their organisations, which is good news. We hope people will read this paper and it might help even more people reach those levels. And you can download it now, it's free on registration, and details are in the description box below.